lather, rinse, repeat. We like doing what we do.
Running a fine dining kitchen takes the tried and true method of repetition. Practice makes perfect, and Kraig Thome has been perfecting his technique for decades.
We make sure the product's exactly right, exactly what we want to serve before we start serving it. And I don't think there's a lot of that out there.
Kraig's kitchen cranks out 5-star food to a packed house on a nightly basis. Now, it's rare to keep that many folks coming through the doors for 8 years in big city dining scenes. It's even more rare to find a place like this in a small town like Boyd, Texas. For Kraig and his wife Letty, there is no place they would rather be.
We came from Houston, so a lot of people thought, who are these people and why did they pick Boyd? But once they got to know us and actually see what we do, that we're here every night that we're open, it makes a difference.
We love it here and chose to come here, and we want everybody to know that we chose to come here. We live in the community, we live about 200 feet away from the restaurant. This is where we want to be.
And it's where hungry people want to be too. GoGo Gumbo caters up carefully crafted Cajun cuisine to patrons who come from miles around. What began as a concept for seafood takeout ended up taking off as a hit restaurant on Highway 114. From catfish to crab cakes to cakes of many layers, that fancy place in Boyd has seen its positive reviews grow on the back of its hard-working chef.
My day starts at about 7:30 a.m. It'll end tonight, probably 11 to midnight somewhere. Yeah, it's a good kind of tired though. I want to say it's in my blood. I wasn't raised on fine dining or great food or anything like that. I just started doing it. You know, we just want to take things that are basic, whether it's gumbo, fried catfish, and do it at a level where other people don't do it. I can't go back and work for somebody else. After doing it for that long a period of time, it becomes everything.
Kraig is using his culinary background to make Boyd a dining destination. He spends most of his time whipping up the restaurants to die for desserts and says his top-notch staff is to thank for GoGo Gumbo's consistency. He and Letty take care of their employees, and after years of careful planning, they're right where they said they'd be.
You had the opportunity to do everything that you said you wanted to do if you ever owned your own restaurant. You said, well, if I own my own restaurant, we're going to do employee meal. And, we're not going to make employees pay for uniforms, and we're going to outfit them. And, we're going to sit down for employee meal and nobody's going to punch out. All the things that we said that we were going to do, we had the opportunity to do. We did them all, and it all worked. You can do anything you want if you set your mind to it. Don't put anything negative out there in the world, and negative won't come back to you. Work hard, like we do. People think we just kind of tripped over this. Up until now, I still work 15 hours a day, every day. There's a reason things kind of work out for you. You get really lucky when you're working that hard.
The Thomes have been putting in hard work since they got to town. They've been putting out some good food too. Lobster mac and cheese, smoked shrimp, and out-of-this-world hush puppies. If you can't get enough of these delicious dishes, you can learn to create them yourself.
We offer cooking classes once a month on Mondays. It's a demonstration style.
How's everybody doing tonight? Tonight, I'm going to try and teach you how to make crawfish bisque, the shrimp creole, and our 3-berry shortcake.
We're sold out for the year though, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I should say.
Wait a minute, you're sold out for the entire year?
Yes, we released the tickets in November and we sold out in 2 days.
Selling out that quickly might not be ideal for the aspiring chef, but it sure is good for Boyd. Proceeds from their October class go to the Wise County Food Bank to buy turkeys for Thanksgiving. They also host an annual anniversary dinner with 100% of the money raised going straight to the food bank.
We wanted to make a difference, and food is our thing. So we wanted to give back with food, and we wanted to do it in a big way.
In 8 years, we've raised over $120,000 for local charities. And that's a big number. There's a different sense of community in a place like this than you get when you're in the big city. And that's why we moved to a place like this. We wanted to live in the community. We wanted to be the cop walking the beat. That's hard to do in the city. You can live in the city, but it's not like you're really part of the community.
Kraig and Letty Thome came to Boyd 8 years ago with a dream of opening a restaurant and becoming a part of the community. 8 years later, they find themselves an important part of Boyd, and their restaurant continues to bring folks in from miles around. Even after all the long days at GoGo Gumbo, Kraig still ends every shift with a private meal with his staff. And every night he digests the success that he and Letty enjoy.
You don't really think it's going to hit big when you open a restaurant. The odds are against you. So when a place like this hits really big and people are piling in and people are driving from 45 minutes to an hour away and they're meeting their friends and they're celebrating birthdays, you just stand back just in awe that anybody cares enough, like at that level, to come out to anywhere. Because there's so few places like that in anybody's life that become that kind of home away from home. It's a humbling experience.
I love that story.
Me too, and we've got plenty more where that came from.
Just click on the subscribe button and keep traveling with us.